Good morning, everyone. May we remind everyone to please click on the link of our attendance and log on for you to be recorded. Again, good morning, everyone. May we request for you to click on the attendance link. Again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our virtual flag ceremony. This Monday is Valentine's Day, so I hope we all have a week full of love and a fruitful week for all of us. To start our day, may we request everyone to join and groove to the dance of property services for our morning exercise. To lead us our prayer this morning, we have Miss Melissa S. Leonardo, Administrative Assistant 3 from Asset Management Services.
Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Diyos Ama sa langit, maraming salamat po sa umagang ito na iyong biyaya sa aming lahat. Maraming salamat din sa iyong pagpapala sa araw-araw at kami ay nananatiling buhay at ligtas sa kabila ng pandemyang ito. Hinihiling namin, Amang makapangyarihan, na patuloy mo kaming patnubayan kasama ng iyong mga anghel sa kalangitan. Nawa kami ay iyong ingatan upang patuloy naming magampanan ang aming mga tungkulin. Sa iyong mga kamay namin inihahabilin ang aming buhay na puno ng pag-asa na kami ay iyong patuloy na pakaiingatan sa lahat ng sandali. Ito po ang aming samot panalangin sa matamis na pangalan ng iyong anak na si Jesucristo na aming tagapagligtas. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo bagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay magtitindig. Lumalang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Mga
Panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas.
Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas.
At sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal
Katarungan
at kalayaan.
na pinakikilos ng sambayanang Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Panunumpa ng kawani ng gobyerno.
Panunumpa ng kawani ng gobyerno. Ako'y kawani ng gobyerno. Tungkulin ko ang maglingkod ng tapat at mahusay. Dahil dito, ako'y papasok ng maaga at magtatrabaho ng lampas sa takdang oras kung kinakailangan. Magsisilbi ako ng magalang at mabilis sa lahat ng nangangailangan. Pangangalagaan ko ang mga gamit, kasangkapan at iba pang pag-aari ng pamahalaan. Magiging pantay at makatarungan ang pakikitungo ko sa mga lumalapit sa aming tanggapan. Magsasalita ako laban sa katiwalian at pagsasamantala. Hindi ko gagamitin ang aking panunungkulan sa sarili kong kapakanan. Hindi ako hihingi o tatanggap ng suhol. Sisikapin kong madagdagan ang aking talino at kakayahan upang ang antas ng paglilingkod sa bayan ay patuloy na maitaas. Sapagkat ako'y isang kawani ng gobyerno at tungkulin ko ang maglingkod ng tapat at mahusay sa bayan ko at sa panahong ito. Ako at ang aking mga kapwa kawani ay kailangan tungo sa maunlad, masagana at mapayapang Pilipinas. Sa harap ninyong lahat, ako'y taus-pusong nanunumpa.
Quality Policy Statement. The Department of Education is committed to provide learners with basic education that is accessible, inclusive, and liberating through proactive leadership, shared governance, evidence-based policies, standards and programs, responsive and relative curricula, highly competent and committed officials, teaching and non-teaching personnel, an enabling learning environment. The department upholds the highest standards of conduct and performance to fulfill stakeholders' needs and expectations by adhering to constitutional mandates, statutory and regulatory requirements, and sustains client satisfaction through continuous improvement of the quality management system. Now let's proceed from updates from the chiefs of divisions and services. To start, may we have I'm sorry, we're having a little technical difficulty. We'll continue with the updates from the chiefs of divisions and services. To start, we have Mr. Vivencio M. Paligon Jr., Chief Administrative Officer of Administrative Services. Sir?
Good morning. Nadidinig po ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Ay, good morning po sa ating lahat. Tawag po dito. Gusto ko lang pong ipaalala muli na nagsisimula na pong magdatingan ang mga SALN mula po sa iba't ibang mga eskwelahan at mga services. Pakipaalalahanan po muli ang ating mga kawani na mag-submit po sa nakatakdang panahon nang sa ganun po tayo po ay hindi mahuli at hindi magkaroon pa man ng mga problema. Sinasagot po ng ating mga administrative staff ang inyong mga concern sa lahat po ng mga related matter. Pangalawa po, mamaya po ipadadala po namin sa bawat services ang mga bagong assignment ng ating mga administrative staff. Harinawa po ngayong araw na ito ay available na ang ating quarter para sa kanila. Nang sa ganun po ay magamit na po nila. Mayroon na po kaming nabuong schedule at area assignments ng bawat isa po. At kinonsider po namin ang mga special assignment o special order po ng ilang mga administrative aid personnel. Ayon na rin po sa request ng ilang mga chiefs of services and divisions. So, yun lamang po muna at maraming salamat po. Maglingkod po tayo sa bayan. Salamat po.
Thank you so much, Sir Taligon from Administrative Services. Now, may we have Miss Josephine C. Lorenzo, our Chief Accountant from Accounting Services. Ma'am?
Yes, good morning. Am I heard?
Yes po, ma'am.
For the accounting services, we're still with on paying mga step increments that were obligated by the HR last year. So madami po 'yon. Until now nag-uusap-usap po kami with HR how to streamline processes. And so there. Also, tomorrow we are set to release February MO of principals and also the salaries for mid-February. Para doon po sa mga nag-i-invite on speakership for financial management, we are here po. Rest assured that we will be of support. Happy Valentine's Day po. Yun lamang po.
Thank you so much, Josephine Lorenzo. Next, we have Ma'am Lilian Saavedra, our OIC Supervising Administrative Officer from Budget Service.
Thank you, Miss Aya. Good morning, everyone. Before I proceed to my updates, Miss Trish, please. Miss Trish, please share my PowerPoint.
Yes, ma'am, waiting po.
Okay. Simulan ko na habang inaayos ni Trish yung PowerPoint. January 31, 2022 is the closing of 2021 local fund, including self and general funds. Let me take you 5 to 10 minutes to share to you, together with the property services and school fund services, some major accomplishments under the Special Education Fund and General Fund. For the information of everybody po, 1% tax on real property is accrued to the Special Education Fund. Thank you, taxpayer of Manila. And also po sa local school board sa pag-approve ng programs, projects, and activities of Special Education Fund sa pangunguna po ng local school board chairman, Mayor Honorable Francisco Isko Moreno Domogoso, Isko Chairman, ang ating masipag na School Division Superintendent, Ma'am Maria Magdalena Dim, at sa mga supported members, Ma'am Justa Ligon, City Treasurer, Attorney Francis Abante, City Councilor in charge for the Committee on Education, Ma'am Golda Mesa, representative ng mga samahan ng mga magulang, Sir Luis Zabala naman, para sa mga guro, at kay Sir Joel Junicio para samahan naman ng mga non-teaching personnel. And of course, kay Ma'am Melody Cruz, Assistant School Division Superintendent, our Secretary ng Local School Board, at sa ating mga Assistant School Division Superintendent para sa po sa support nila, Ma'am Cynthia Ailes, Sir Pedro Araw, at Attorney Kasangkapan. Okay, Trish, first slide please. Okay, the Special Education Fund provides the following: distribution and provision of the following: hygiene kits, t-shirt, jogging pants, bags, and notebooks, also the graduation and other related supplies. Next, please. Okay, additional tablet for grade 8 and 9 students, and also not the tablets, or also the load of 20 gigabyte data allocation. Next. Okay, teacher's kit. Next. Pandemic-related supplies. Next, please. Acrylic glass barrier. Ito po nakikita po nyo ito. Ito po yung sa Aurora, Quezon. Sila po yung first na binisita ng ating, okay, the bendo machines. Okay na, the bendo machine na, Trish. The bendo machine including the feeding program. Inclusive po dito yung bread. Okay, next. Next, please, Trish. Okay, construction at DCS Patwalk. Thank you, Sir Nestor Amasio, pag-monitor po nito. Next. Construction of administrative services, window receiving area. Kasama rin po dito yung record services, SDM room at saka po yung sa HR na para po sa 201 file. Next. No chairs for DCS employees. Next. Okay, dental chair. Thank you, Ma'am Tosho, for the picture. Okay, next. Installation of solar panel of different various schools. Sorry po, walang picture. Hindi na daw po kaya ni Sir Nestor umakyat sa itaas ng building. Pero tapos na po siya. Completed na po yung project. Next. Aircons. Yung po mga aircons natin. Nandito na tayo malitan. Galing din po sa Safyan. Next. Okay. Ang others po is the grant of hazard pay for 32 job order workers, contract workers of the Division of City Schools Manila. Included din po dyan yung compensation ng ating mga associates. At last week po, nakuha na po ng ating mga JO. Ang associates po yung 5,000 pay na gratuity to pay. Additional allowance for the early childhood development workers. Ito po yung sa sa Department of Workers po. Insurance expenses. Ito po insurance expenses na to included po dyan yung mga, yan po yung fire insurance ng building. Ng lahat po ng national po yan ha. Ang binabayaran po ng Safyan, elementary and secondary. Training, nagkaroon rin po tayo ng training under the Special Education Fund, care of Miss Ann Bunyag. Yung 88 tuition po na ina-update po lagi ni Ma'am Rondilla, Special Education din pan po yung nagbabayad niya. Okay, next. Okay. We have the annual report on self-utilization. Submitted na po kami niyan sa Commission on Audit. First week po ng February. COA po ng city to ang humihingi sa amin. As you can see, hindi ko na po i-discuss yung different line items ng expenditures like the travel expenses. Makita na naman po yung percentage of utilization. Napakaganda po. Especially po ang MOE natin is 99% utilization rate po natin. Next. Okay, and the capital outlay is the 95%. Ang ating utilization rate. As you can see, we have a total utilization of 98% for the Special Education Fund at 87% po. And I thank you lahat po sa mga tumulong at nagmalasakit po rito para ma-process po itong agad namin. So makita nyo wala kaming balance. Yan po. So almost 100% utilization, but the overall is the 98% utilization. The increase of 11% utilization from the last year. And I'd like to thank the principals na nag-share po ng mga pictures like Ma'am Labaques, Ma'am Villarreal, Ma'am Gala. Thank you po. And Ma'am Sarah, of course, this is a feeding program. Okay, next. Okay, the general funds. Yung utilization po kasi ng general fund, ang nagre-refer po nito ay ang city budget. Kasi kami po ay part lang ng general fund. Aside from the regular salaries and benefits, nagkaroon din po tayo ng SRI, Perform Enhanced Incentive, hazard pay of permanent employees. Hindi, ano po yan hindi po yan regular. Ibig sabihin, ginagawa po yan ng realignment at ginagawa ng ordinance. Also, we have the special amelioration of senior students. Okay, next. Yung SAP na, okay. Yan, yung SAP po yan, regular din po yan, natatanggap ng ating mga, 5 ng ating senior high school student po. grade 12. And of course, the purchase of 2 vehicles. Okay. And before I end, I'd like to update for the city fund. For the city paid employees, pinapractices na po natin yung salary natin ng differential for January and February. Hopefully, makuha natin to bago mag-March. And then, pinapa-prepare na rin po namin yung clothing allowance ng city paid employees na 6,000 pesos. Pinapa-prepare na po namin yan. Okay, I think that's all. Trish, my last slide. Okay, thank you. Thank you po. That's all for the budget services. Happy Valentine and good morning ulit.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Lilian from Budget Services. Now may we have Ma'am Carolina Carey from Asset Management Services.
Good morning, everybody. For the updates on the property services, still we are distributing the modules for quarters 3 and 4 procured by NCR. And then still meron pa pong natitirang mga deliveries from the central office ng mga modules pa rin po. The schools are still picking up the modules from the warehouse. And we are implementing that it should be on a strict compliance because we are being monitored by the NCR on the delivery and distribution of the modules. And for the SEF and LGU procurement, we are preparing for the procurement that are scheduled for the first quarter because there will be a election ban for procurement. So we're doing our best to finish all the purchase requests for the procurement on the LGU. That's all for the updates on property services. A blessed week ahead of us. Thank you, Aya.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Carol Carey. Now, let's proceed with ICT. Mr. Juan Carlos D. Sarmiento, our IT Officer 1.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Happy Valentine's Day po sa lahat. For this week, the ICT unit will just prepare for the equipment and shooting of the DepEd NCR TV videos assigned to SDO Manila as requested by CID through Ma'am Amalia Solis. So, Sir Randy MN, if you're watching, let's talk later. Yun lamang po, magandang umaga.
Thank you so much, Sir JC. For Human Resource and Management Services, we have Ma'am Jesusa de la Cruz.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Salary for tomorrow is already adjusted. So included na po yung ating salary increase for 2022. Yung differential for January ay waiting po kami sa program ng RPSU. Then payroll for gratuity pay for job order national paid on process na po. Then all SCDR and hash for high school IUs na release na po. So we expect na ang lahat ay makakapagpasahod po bukas. Then payroll for PBB for retired, separated, resigned, na nag-submit ng kanilang active ATM hanggang nung last Friday, February 11, ay on process na po. Then na-transmit na po last Thursday ang payroll for the month of January 2022 for job order city paid na meron na pong plantilla. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jesusa de la Cruz. For legal services, may we have Attorney Mary Grace Repelente.
Okay, good morning from the Legal Affairs and Complaint Services. Okay, this is a reminder about electioneering and partisan political activity. Okay. As the country began the official campaign period for the 2022 national and local elections, we are again reminded, mga civil servants, not to engage in electioneering and partisan political activity as provided in the 1987 Constitution, CSC rules, COMELEC, administrative law, and our code of ethics, the code of ethics of government officials and employees under RA 6713. Under these laws, we are encouraged who are not holding political office, meaning our entry in the government is by virtue of merit and fitness, that is based on our qualifications, to just concentrate on rendering public service without any political color or without being influenced by any political consideration. No, so tayong mga nasa gobyerno, hindi po tayo pwedeng makilahok sa anumang partisan political activity. And this is true even if we are on leave. The reason for this are we are still government employees holding a non-political position. So ano ba yung tinatawag na electioneering and partisan political activity? It refers to any act designed to promote the election or defeat of a particular candidate or candidates or political party or parties. So from its definition, the prohibited activity includes positive and negative act. So let us say you approach someone and ask him to vote for a certain candidate or a party, political party. That is already partisan political party. Okay. On the other hand, if you also ask somebody else not to vote for or against a candidate or a political party, which is a negative campaigning, that is also deemed a partisan political activity. Because partisan political activity can be directly or indirectly done. Okay. Another illustration. Wearing of, let's say, t-shirts, pins, caps, or any other similar election campaign paraphernalia bearing the names of candidates or political parties to solicit vote or encourage the election of a certain candidate is likewise a prohibited activity or act. But of course, let us say the color of your shirt happens to be the color for a certain candidate or political party, well, that would be all right. Pero syempre, pag sinamahan mo ng, let's say, iboto natin, let us vote for candidate Y, that would be a different story. And that would fall as a partisan prohibited activity, a prohibited act. Because the moment you are now, from that moment, you are now soliciting vote for that certain candidate or party. Okay. Another illustration, going or attending a rally or program that was, let's say, organized by a candidate. In this instance, this is not prohibited per se. Of course, as voters, we are entitled to education. Education as to the qualifications of candidates, as to their platforms of government, as to their plans the moment they are elected. And of course, normally we hear those in rallies or in programs. So once you attend a program, so if you attend a program or rally in that instance, in order to get those information, there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you will attend a rally or a meeting and do what the, let's say, supporters will do, there you will encounter a problem. Let's say you are in that rally, you distributed leaflets, or you uttered, let's vote for candidate Y, let's vote for political party Z. Kasi this acts ay gawain lamang ito no ng mga supporters. Kaya sabihin natin iboto natin itong candidate na ito because ang galing-galing nito. So these acts are usually done by supporters only. So if the meeting is purposely designed on how to, let's say, solicit votes for a certain candidate or party, or to strategize the launching of a campaign, kahit na nandyan ka lang sa meeting, that would still be classified as a partisan political activity. Okay, another example, utilizing government resources such as personnel, including job orders or contract of service hires, time and properties for political purposes. Now, this prohibited act is also a violation of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act under this law, because under this law, no government resources can be used for personal or political reasons. And the use of, let's say, JO, personnel under job order or contract of service is a personal act. We can be held administratively and criminally liable for that. Remember that government employees are here for public service. Just leave the politics to politicians, and government service has no business in politics. Okay. Another illustration, we have another prohibited act is the so-called campaign literature. So what does the law provide? It states therein that publishing, displaying, or distributing of materials designed to support or oppose the election of any candidate or party. Campaign literature means anything that promotes the candidacy of a certain person, regardless of how it was written. Well, of course, the CSC clarified that civil servants are not barred from liking, commenting, sharing, reposting, and following a candidate's or party's account unless these are resorted as a means to solicit support for or against a candidate or party during the campaign period. If by using a social media, somebody expresses his preference or let's say the current situation now, this is not considered campaigning. This is perfectly all right, but if that literature is for the purpose of encouraging others to vote for a particular party or a candidate, then that will be classified as a campaign literature, a prohibited act. So let's say nag-like ka or nag-like tayo or nag-share through social media. Well, of course, that falls under the freedom of expression. But if you add or state, let us say, vote for candidate Y, okay, that will be a different story now, because that is already soliciting votes for that certain candidate. We are prohibited from using campaign paraphernalia. In the same manner, in social media, let us say, we are also refrain from doing it because we have to be cautious. We have been repeating this from the legal affairs and complaint services that we have to be prudent, we have to be dignified, we have to be cautious in all our acts, because if we think if that act would contribute to the solicitation of votes for a certain candidate or political party, well, that would be considered as electioneering, or partisan political activity. Kaya nga, if you could still recall, in one commercial, sabi, you think first before you click. If you think what you will click will promote somebody's candidacy directly or indirectly, iwasan po muna natin yan, because you can always have the defense that it is not your intention. But imagine the rigorous procedures that you have to undergo in defending yourself before an administrative body, whether here in DepEd Manila, before the civil service, or even before the ombudsman. So better safe than sorry po, no? Okay, for the penalties, no, engaging in electioneering and partisan political activities by government employees who are not holding political office is a less grave offense under the revised rules on administrative cases in civil service. No, as such that the penalty, no, the penalty of 1 month and 1 day to 6 months suspension from service without pay shall be imposed for the first offense, and for the second offense shall be dismissal from the service. Kaya as we have been repeating, no, from the division, magsilbi na lang po tayo, no, magsilbi na lang po tayo ng buong katapatan at kahusayan at huwag tayo mangampanya. Let us leave politics to the candidates running for elective position. But for us, let us not engage in politics because that is not our business here in DepEd Manila. You are not there in your present position to campaign for or against any candidate, nor to any political party. Again, our business here in DepEd Manila is to render public service. Nothing more and nothing less, so that we will not see ourselves facing administrative charge or complaint in any administrative body. Okay? And happy Valentine's to all. Thank you, Ms. Trish.
Thank you so much, Attorney Recolente. For publication services, may we have Mr. Reynaldo M. Ponsalan, to be represented by Ms. Abby.
Good morning, everyone. I will be reporting for the publication services. So as of last week, we received an average of 30 communications, 6 of which were division memorandums, 4 miscellaneous letters, 3 division advisories, 9 unnumbered memorandums, 2 circular letters, and the rest are various communications. And from these, we were able to release and upload 26 issuances. Then we also have a couple of reminders. First is on DM38, which is about the local absentee voting application. Excuse me. Concerned employees must submit the local absentee voting form, which is included in the memorandum, to the administrative services not later than March 10, 2022. Second reminder is regarding our DTR form, or the Form 48. The accepted form is the one with the printed instructions at the back of the form, and our services reproduce a number of copies, so you may secure some from us. Third is a reiteration on the releasing of issuances. As of present, we are trying to minimize the use of paper in the dissemination of issuances. So we are only printing a few number of copies for distribution within the division and also for filing purposes. So for the schools, we created a GC for school heads, and we are electronically sending finished issuances there. School personnel who wish to have a copy may request from their respective school heads. And for the hard copy, please have it downloaded and printed in the school. And if the memo is a part of a requirement for submission, please bring a hard copy to the publication services for verification, and then to the record services for certification. And then the fourth and last reminders is every day is special, but today is a little bit more special. So as the day goes, remember to do everything with love and for love. That's all for the publication services. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Abby. Now for record services, may we have Mr. Ferdinand C. Cabaluna?
Good morning po sa ating lahat. Dinig ba ako, ma'am?
Yes po.
Well, the beauty of having a transaction queuing system, pwedeng makipagrambulan si Mike sa mga data. Lumilitaw na ang average transactions, dokumentong dumadaan sa kamay at mata ng record services ay 65 transactions kada araw, 298 kada linggo. Itong buwan ng Pebrero lamang ay 676. At from day 1 ng 2022 to present ay may 1,234 dokumentong naatado at na-release na ng record services. Moreover, 57.9% dito ay sa elementary, 40.2% naman sa junior high at senior high, at 1.9% ang internal documents o sa mga services natin. Ang nakatutuwang nahagip ng estadistika ay ang salient finding na out of 16 staff ng records, 10 dito ang single. So bago malusaw ang inyong pag-asa ay akyat-akyat din sa records, baka narito ang inyong makakaatado sa buhay. Ang aming maipagmamalaki, lahat ng gender ay meron kami. Ang isa nga rito ay engaged na sa makinis at well-maintained na filing cabinet. Maligayang araw po ng mga puso. Paalam.
Thank you so much, Sir Cabaluna. Now, for School Governance and Operations Division, we have Mr. Virgilio A. Santos. Sir Ver.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I just want to share with you, the very recent DepEd Memorandum Number 4 Series of 2022. So for all our school heads, CID personnel who are attending this platform, that we have an DepEd Memorandum Number 4 Series of 2022, which is the implementation of the results-based performance management system and the Philippine Professional Standard for Teachers for school year 2021-2022. So we have noticed that every year the DepEd issues a particular memorandum to be observed during the year. So because it is the commitment of the department to quality teaching and it being recognized as vital to the attainment of the desired learning outcome. So quality teaching is really the key to quality learning outcome. So the DepEd remains also steadfast in the effort to anchor the human resource system and action on the well-defined professional standard for our teachers' quality. So consistent with DepEd Order Number 2, Series of 2015, which is the guideline on the establishment and implementation of RPMS in the department, and pursuant to Section 5 of DepEd Order Number 42, Series of 2017, which is the National Adoption and Implementation of the PPST, which mandate that the performance appraisal for teachers shall be based on the set of standards. So this DepEd has been integrating and embedding the PPST into the RPMS of teachers since 2018 and 2019. Okay, so for this school year 2021-2022, so the Department of Education aims to complete the full cycle of embedding the 37 PPST indicators into teacher performance. So this memorandum provides also for the guidelines on the performance management and appraisal of teachers using the remaining 18 indicators of the RPMS. Because of the pandemic and with the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan and the sudden shift from face-to-face to remote learning, and now the gradual implementation of the limited face-to-face classes, please be informed that the tools, forms, and protocols stipulated in this DepEd memorandum are developed and modified. No? So please take note that these are developed and modified to ensure that the measure of teacher performance this school year are appropriate, adaptive, and relevant to capture the teacher's actual performance in the context of the pandemic. So let's all together magkaroon po tayo ng kopya nitong DepEd Memorandum number 4. Pag-aralan natin if there is a need for a division orientation, so we will do that. Okay. Another is the development of our school year 2022-2025 enhanced school improvement plan. This is a 3-year cycle, and this year, the last 3-year cycle will end in 2021. So we have 2021-2022. So we have to start the new cycle of the enhanced SIP. So may we request all our school to please start doing the assessment. No? There is an assessment tool in our SIP manual. So we are oriented on this already. So we can start at least this whole month of February is our appraisal using the tool. For the March is the preparation, and so that by April we will do the compilation and submission. Okay? So that's all. Happy working week ahead, and good morning, everyone.
Thank you so much, Server. Now, from Curriculum Implementation Division, Mrs. Aida Rendilia, ma'am.
Ito our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena M. Lim. Our Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, Dr. Cynthia Ailes, Dr. Melody Cruz, Attorney Antonio Sangkapan, and Mr. Pedro Arao. To my co-chiefs of the divisions and the services, to all supervisors and the school heads and everybody on board, happy Valentine's Day to all. From the Curriculum Implementation Division, dudugtungan ko lang po yung sinabi ni Mr. Virgilio Santos kanina, informing you about the DepEd Memo number 4 regarding the RTMS and PPST. In preparation for this and to help the schools, the CID will be conducting an orientation discussion to among the supervisors so that we will be able to provide you with some assistance later by your through your respective PSDSS regarding the implementation of this DepEd memorandum. So hintay lang po natin and the supervisors will be helping you out, although we trust you na just a copy of this, okay na, magagawa niya. Pero kung just in case you'll be needing some assistance, the supervisors will be ready to help. Another update, yung supplies po natin, teachers' health kits, there are still 28 schools who have not taken their supplies from the ALS services sa ALS building dun sa P. Gomez. 15 schools hindi pa nakakakuha ng kanilang afford the box, and 33 schools SIM cards. With regards to the modules, nakikipag-arrange pa po tayo sa ating property services. Last week, the District 4 conducted an orientation or reorientation regarding the 88 mission, and we'd like to congratulate District 4 for coming up with this reorientation, and we realized that there were really a lot of schools and a lot of coordinators who were not really informed very well regarding the 88 tuition, resulting to the low utilization. Although we already have now 97,058 enrolled students, the utilization percentage is still at 10.6. And the number of students using the program out of 97,058 is only 11,411. Hopefully, after the orientation of District 4, and we encourage other districts to come up with another orientation. Anyway, our ICT unit and some of our supervisors are very willing to conduct another orientation. Now, why do we need to have some orientation? There's a news coming from the 88 tuition management, and hopefully this will be conveyed officially, that there's a possibility that the usage of the 88 tuition will be extended free of charge. Free of charge. Kaya sasamantalahin po natin kung sakasakali, dahil mag-uusap pa sila ng ating superintendent, kung sakasakali po, mapapakinabangan pa natin to for 3 months more na walang dagdag na bayad from the LGU. Right? So, ito yung ating we would like to recognize those schools who are utilizing this 88 tuition, which is a very nice material. Okay? For the biggest number of users, the largest number of users, we still have at number 1, P. Gomez with the 928. Second, Isabelo de los Reyes, 791. Abad Santos High School with 475. Fourth is Lucban with 329. Lacson with 280. Bonifacio with 267. Amado, 262. Magat Salamat with 254. Paes Elementary School, 245. And Bacod Elementary School with 230. For the biggest users of videos, still on number 1 is P. Gomez with 24,540 videos utilized as of February 4. Coming in next is Isabelo de los Reyes and Jose Abad Santos with 11,000 more. And then next is Amado Hernandez with 8,308 videos. And fifth is Lucban with 5,971. For the schools with the highest utilization of questions coming from the 88 tuition, we have at number 1 pulling away is P. Gomez with 118,194 questions accessed. Coming in second is Isabelo de los Reyes with 54,740. Next is Amado Hernandez with 42,364. Abad Santos with 30,626. And Lucban with 28,177. We are expecting that a lot of the schools will be, those schools who have not been mentioned yet, utilizing these materials. Maybe please encourage your teachers, encourage your learners to come to utilize this, access the materials. For sure, they will learn a lot from it, and the teachers will be will have that chance to utilize other resources other than what we have produced at DepEd Manila. With that, thank you very much, and again, Happy Hearts Day.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Rondilia, and to our chiefs of services and divisions. Now, may we have messages from the Assistant Schools Division Superintendents. To start, may we have Miss Melody Cruz. Ma'am Melody. We'll go back na lang po to Ma'am Melody. Let's continue po muna with Ma'am Cynthia A. Ailes.
Yeah. To our, I thank you so much sa ating facilitator for this morning. So to our top management servants, headed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena M. Lim, my co-ASDSS, our chiefs of the division services, our supervisors, school heads, other non-teaching, SDO family, and school level, and to other viewers, participants, this morning, everyone. Happy Love Month. So dalawa lang po yung items ko dito. The first one is yung report po natin sa 888. Okay, so there were 21 according to PAW, tracer report. This was sent to our messenger last time. And there were 21. Out of 21, dalawa lang po yung nakapag-submit. So meron po tayong 19 na pending. Now, I know that when we received that 888, ay nagre-respond tayo agad. So if you have the record, please submit immediately kasi ito na po yung isa sa mga items na tinitingnan sa PBB actually, no? And of course, hindi lang yon because relative to Republic Act 11032, we know the 3, 7, and 20. So isa rin po ito sa medyo sabihin na nating strictong policy ngayon or what do we call this, ruling natin. So I hope that our school heads, kung may mga kopya kayo, I know that you are not, of course, neglecting this part. So pakisiguro resubmit na lang. Okay, and then, of course, meron tayong bagong division memorandum. So it's not an order. Siguro kaya siya hindi order. Sabi ko, ba't kaya ito hindi order? Kasi nga, it is in the duration in the DepEd memorandum, nakalagay ay 2020, 2021. So what does it mean? So within the school year, no? So DM 004 series 2021, it has 100, I have a hard copy here, 100 plus pages po, no? So that is what we will be discussing later on. But of course, our school heads, kailangan hawak nyo na to, no? Because it is relative to the implementation of the RPMS in the school level. So there's already COT there. Para kapag nag-cascade tayo is malinaw, hindi magkakaroon ng, although may mga interpretation na pwedeng iba-iba, but of course, pagka sabay-sabay kasi natin inawa yung policy, mas mai-implement natin ng mas, sabihin natin, mas standard para sa ating mga eskwelahan. Now, another thing is we are attending training. I think we finished already 3 days. That is values formation for government officials or employee. Hindi ko lang matandaan kung ano yung saktong title. And the values that they are having right now is yung sinabi lang PICE-FOL. The greeting now sa Civil Service Commission is PICE-FOL. Ano daw ibig sabihin ng PICE-FOL? It is, P is for patriotism, I is for integrity, E for excellence, and S for spiritual. So alam naman natin sa CSC, so yung mga core values, we also anchor our core values. So bakit 4 lang? So sapagkat lahat daw ng other values are subsumed under these values. Now, why am I telling this one to you? Since this is Love Month, okay? Ang sabing doon sa intro namin sa training ay, what you value, that becomes your value. Okay? So, saan ba nanggagaling yung values natin? Ang values natin nanggagaling what is inside our heart. Thank you so much, Public Service Values. Again. Thank you so much for that. PSBP. May kulang ng P, ano? Okay? So, that's program. Now, so, yun yung core values natin. So, we are saying that this is Love Month. And for us to always do something that comes from within us. So, that is what we call value. So, ulitin ko ang sabi dito, what you value, that becomes your value. So, what is in our heart, that is the love. Sabi natin, the love, of course, kanina pagpasok ko dito sa opisina, I really smile because of that ambience. Kanino po ba yun? Baka she doesn't know na open yung kanyang microphone. Baka sa mga sumunod kasi ay may disrupt lang, hindi lang sa akin. So, paki-check po yung ating microphone kung naka-on po. So, thank you so much. So, yun nga po, no? So, i-check po natin ano ba yung ating nasa puso sapagkat hindi raw po nadadaya. Ang hirap po kasing mabuhay na nandadaya ka kasi ikaw masaya. May mga bagay na nasa puso ka. Sometimes they call that you wear different mask. So, what is in you, ano yung binavalue mo, that becomes your value. So, alam natin sa departamento natin, sa organization, there are 2 kinds of value daw po. First one is the private value. And the other one is the public value. So when we talk about private values, those are our values. Ano yung binavalue natin? Kaya lang, when we get into our organization, that becomes our public value. So when you are into an organization, that becomes your behavioral competency, wherein you could able to have somehow your private values could now be implemented with your or integrate to our public values, and that is our shared values. So for the word, for this morning, since we talk about value and the love that is in our heart and that becomes you. So I will be taking our Bible verse for this morning from 1 John 4:19 to 21. Ang sabi dito ay, we love Him because He first loved us. Sino po ba yung Him? Alam na natin kung sino ang author ng love. Sabi ko nga, pag pala ganitong love man, kailangan manufacturer tayo ng love. Manufacturer tayo ng hope. Manufacturer tayo ng inspiration. But it doesn't mean that we are not facing challenges. But above those challenges, we choose to love than to hate and than to have anger. Ito ba? And sabi niya ganyan, if a man say, I love God and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen? Diba? And then the last part, in this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God, love his brother also. So to everyone, happy Love Month. Always remember that the author of love is our God. And when God is in our heart, the value that we always share is the value that comes from God. To everyone, God's morning and happy Love Month. God bless.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Sinsa A. Ailes. To proceed, may we have Dr. Melody P. Cruz.
Thank you, Ma'am Trish. Good morning po sa lahat. And gusto ko lang pong dagdagan yung binanggit ng ating SGOD chief tungkol sa DepEd Memorandum Number 4, Series of 2022. The same RPMS po for teachers will be used for our officially designated, assigned DepEd TV broadcasters. So nandun din po yung attachment para po sa kanilang RPMS. Magandang umaga din po sa ating superintendent at mga kasamang ASDSS, sa ating mga hepe ng iba't ibang services at division, mga supervisors, principals. Ngayon po ay nandito po ako sa AC Herrera. So I just would like to share with you nakikita na po ba sila? Miss Trish? Kita na po ba sila? Kasi hindi ko po kita dito sa akin.
Yes, ma'am. May nakikita na po.
Kita na po yung mga bata?
Yes,
Yes po,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Medyo maliit lang.
Okay. So,
Medyo
andito
malayo
rin
lang.
po sila Ma'am Marlene Osunero at ang ating pong PSDS, si Ma'am Capiral. At syempre po yung masisipag na staff ng AC Herrera. Andyan po sila at nakakatuwa na makita yung mga bata na bumalik na ulit sila sa school, although iilan lang sila. So, hopefully, we will traverse to a better normal and maitawid natin lahat ito. So, marami pong salamat. Manatili po tayong ligtas at gabayan ng ating poong magkapal. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much, Dr. Melody Cruz. Now let's continue with Mr. Pedro M. Arao. Sir Arao? We'll go back na lang po to Sir Arao. We'll proceed with Attorney Antonio Kasangkapan. Sir?
Thank you. Naririnig na po ba ako? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, first things first, I would like to greet good morning to our Superintendent, Dr. Magdalena M. Lim, my co-ASDSS, Mr. Pedro Arao, Dr. Cynthia Ailes, Dr. Melody Cruz, the school heads na nakaantabay ngayon dito sa atin, or sa mga unit heads and chief of services, supervisors, and the entire DepEd Manila family na nakatutok ngayon sa maybe Facebook, yung iba, so yung mga parent, mga bata, naririnig tayo ngayon. Siguro baka more than 1,000 ang nanonood sa atin. Good morning sa inyo. Ang masasabi ko lang siguro ay adapt natin yung word na sana all. Sana all ang face-to-face, tinatawag na gradual implementation of face-to-face, hindi lang sana ma-limit sa ilang paaralan, kundi 105 schools ay sana all makapagdaos na rin ang kanilang limited hybrid face-to-face. Especially of course to my district, District 1, na alam natin na highly congested district of Manila and the highly populated District of Manila, and of course District 5 na binubuo ng Paco, itong Intramuros, ng Ermita, Malate, San Andres, at of course yung port area. So I hope na yung Distrito 5 at Distrito 1 ay magsimula na rin sa limited face-to-face in preparation to 2022-2023. We hope and pray na wala nang darating na variant after Omicron. No? Almost 500 na lang po ang NCR positivity number of or positive COVID-19 cases yesterday. So 500 out of 14 million population, napaka-insignificant number niyan sa NCR. Considering na we are highly congested region sa buong Pilipinas. Kahapon, napansin ko na puno ang mga mall dahil linggo at in advance na sinelebrate ng mga pamilya ang kanilang Valentine's Day. Although alam natin ang Valentine's Day ay mayroong Christian or Catholic origin. But of course, after nag-evolve na ito, hindi lang ito Feast of Saint Valentine, hindi ito ay naging ecumenical celebration na rin na parang New Year. No? Whether you are Christian or non-Christian, whether you are a Catholic or non-Catholic, naging simbolo na to ng pagmamahal. Wala nang religion na pinag-uusapan dito. Although nag-start to kay Saint Valentine ng 3rd century Christian martyr. Ano? At any rate, sabi ko nga yung word na sana all, patuloy na sana ito. Kasi nakakamiss na rin ang mga eskwelahan na naging ghost town dahil walang kalaman-laman. At sana itong school year 2022-2023, lahat ng school ay maidaos, hindi yung talagang full-blown na face-to-face na dating na-experience prior to pandemic, but hybrid. Ibig sabihin yan, binabati ko nga pala yung District 5 na nag-launch ng yung assistant principal, si Jonathan P. Nacua, JPN. Naging halimbawa ito ng buong Pilipinas, na interview siya ng halos lahat ng mga network with respect to the implementation of face-to-face, hybrid, synchronous while nasa in-person or on-site ay merong sabay na dinadaos naman ng teacher ang pagtuturo sa bahay ng mga bata na wala on-site. So bali, naging padron ito. Alam natin, hindi na tayo aalis, hindi na natin iiwanan ng technology with or without COVID-19 kasi mas convenient talaga yung may araw na nasa bahay at nag-online classes tayo at may araw naman na nag-on-site. So tuloy-tuloy na yan until even after the pandemic. So yan ang ating inaasahan. We all pray, kaya nga yung word na sana all, sana lahat makapag face-to-face limited na sa next school year. And of course, ngayong Valentine's Day, sana all din. Sana with or without lover or with or without si Cupido, i-celebrate natin ng lahat tayo. No? Sana all itong Valentine's Day na hindi na nga ito religious or ecumenical na ito. Yun lamang at maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Attorney Kasangkapan. Now may we go back to Sir Pedro Araw.
Hello, good morning. Loud and clear ba ako? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. sa top management, sa CID, SDOD, mga PSDS, mga unit heads, mga school heads, and of course our employees who are attending this flag raising ceremony. Reminder lang po sa akin, ang katulad ng binanggit ni Atty. Kasangkapan about the expectation of kung hindi man full, at least we are already in the process of having the pilot face-to-face. Ang akin lang gustong idagdag doon sa sinabi ni Atty. Kasangkapan ay yung face-to-face na ginagawa natin sa ngayon, hopefully madadagdagan yan dahil nga in-expect natin na sana all. Let us prepare ourselves sapagkat 2 taon nang wala tayong face-to-face. Ngayon ay babalik tayo at sana ay sa mga susunod mga buwan. Hello? Sa mga susunod pang mga buwan ay magfo-full blast na tayo. Kaya ang elemento o bagay na gusto kong sabihin dito, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga PSDS at saka yung mga school heads at saka yung mga department heads sa mga iba't ibang mga schools, ay yung monitoring. Paulit-ulit naming binabanggit sa top management, the only way to have an assessment or to gauge the performance of any activity like face-to-face is through monitoring system. Kaya paigtingin natin yung pagmamonitor mga school heads, mga PSDS. Dahil dyan, I would like to call the attention of my district, District 4 and District 6, all PSDSs. Baka pwede tayong mag-meeting bukas ng umaga siguro. Kung hindi man ngayon, dahil Lunes, marami tayong mga aktibidad, ay we will have a meeting tomorrow 9 o'clock. Ma'am Ayla and Sir Chofi sa aking district, kung nakikinig kayo, ay sa school tayo na merong face-to-face. Because this week, I'm planning to monitor, to have my presence in observing face-to-face classes in District 4 and 6. Kaya sa mga principal na nagpe-face-to-face yung estudyante ninyo, I expect at least ako at saka yung PSDS sa school ninyo to observe how to conduct face-to-face classes. Kaya mga PSDS sa Distrito 4 at saka 6 ay magmi-meeting tayo bukas ng alas 9. So I hope that is loud and clear sa inyong lahat, and to all principals or school heads, expect our presence for the whole week para lang makita namin kung ano ang nangyayari sa ating mga ginagawang face-to-face. And dahil sa Love Month ngayon, naisip ko yung sinabi ni Ma'am Ailes at saka si Ma'am Melody. Alam nyo, sa paggampan ng ating tungkulin ay kailangan talagang pairalin natin yung pagmamahal sa ating trabaho. Higit sa lahat, yung makaiwas tayo sa mga bagay-bagay na nakakapinsala o nakakasira sa relationship. Good that I hope that is a values training or seminar that is being conducted by the values sector. Kaya ipagpatuloy natin ito para sa ganon ay mas magampanan natin lalo ang ating tungkulin sa pang-araw-araw. Ganon din sa ating mga empleyado sa SDO Manila. Kung minsan nakikita ko na maraming mga nagkukumpulan sa lobby, hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit. Gusto ko sanang sitahin o kaya alamin, pero dito ko na lamang sasabihin, including sa mga schools. Medyo iwasan natin yung mga chismis-chismis na nakapagdudulot ng hindi magandang relasyon sa bawat isa sa atin. Sabi nga nila, may kasabihan tayo na ang tao daw ay kapag ka nakarinig ng negatibong komento sa kanya, naapektuhan yung kanyang ego. At dahil sa ego na yan, ay ang propensity niya o yung tendency niya ay gaganti. Kaya doon magkakalat ang mga chismis-chismis na kahit naman hindi totoo. So yun ang iwasan natin. Ipairalin natin buwan ng Pebrero, buwan ng pagmamahal. Pakita natin, hindi lamang sa ating mga nasasakupan, hindi lamang sa ating kapwa, kundi higit sa lahat sa ating sarili. Kaya magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat at sana ay yumabong pa at magiging matagumpay ang ating SDO Manila. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Sir Araw, and to our other ASDSs. Let's continue with the message from our school's division superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena M. Lim.
Thank you, Aya. Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, of course. I'd like to thank the Property and Assets Management Services for hosting our flag raising ceremony for February. Nakita ko yung exercise doon na ginanap sa bagong magandang grounds natin. Thank you for taking the effort of showing us the new grounds of DCS Manila. And of course, it's thanks to our local government through our beloved mayor, of course, for including DCS grounds in the rehabilitation of Arroceros Park. Also, I'd like to thank budget dahil ngayon ko lang narinig na nagkaroon ng accomplishment reporting on the accomplishments or achievements of the local school boards. Thanks for that, para malaman na rin ng lahat, and it is also very informative for all. And also sa legal dahil yung mga policies about elections, the things that we have to be careful about, things to do and things not to do, so that we are guided as government employees and officials. And for the rest of those who reported, maraming salamat. As usual, our Monday virtual flag raising ceremony is proving to be very effective in information dissemination of all of the concerns of DCS. So siguro I know that I have already mentioned that we will be starting the in-person but very limited flag raising siguro sa Monday na ang ating top management together with the chiefs and the host service will be the one only to attend in person. But then we are going to have the virtual viewing also among our employees in their own in their respective offices or houses if they are still working from home. Pati yung ating mga school heads at makakapanood pa rin at makakapakinig pa rin ng mga updates na ating ibibigay. Pero magsisimula na tayo as we have observed the cases of COVID are going down, the number of cases is going down. So pwede na nating simulan kagaya ng classes, mag-in-person na rin tayo sa flag raising but still limited to be safe, still observing the health protocols. Congratulations doon sa mga schools and sa mga school heads na nagsimula ng limited face-to-face nung nakaraang linggo. Congratulations sa ating mga principals at teachers, and thank you for diligently following the health protocols and for volunteering sa part ng ating mga teachers to report in person to school to teach in the limited face-to-face. Nakakatuwa at nakakataba nga ng puso dahil dalawa sa ating paaralan ang na-feature sa mga TV networks. Ang dalawang ito ay ang Villamor Senior High School at ang Pio del Pilar Elementary School. Parehong positive ang ipinakita doon sa TV broadcast ng dalawang schools na to. Doon sa Pio del Pilar ay na-highlight talaga kung paano compassionate ang mga teachers na in-accommodate yung tatay at yung mag-ama tatay na pinapasok sa paaralan para lamang makalmante yung kanyang anak na first time na pumasok sa loob ng school. Nakaraang taon kasi kinder yung bata ay totally distance learning yon. Ngayon at nagkakaroon na ng limited face-to-face, nag-volunteer yung kanyang ama na papasukin ang anak pero nagkaroon ng iyakan blues dahil may talaga merong ganyang pains sa mga unang araw ng pasukan ng isang bata. So very compassionate yung school at ipinakita rin yung isolation room na it's really worth showing off sa buong Pilipinas. Kaya nakakatuwa. Congratulations kay Ma'am Susan at sa buong teaching staff ng Pio del Pilar. Dito naman sa Villamor Senior High School, ipinakita dito yung hybrid model. Ang hybrid na habang ICT ito ang kanilang pinakita, kagaya ng sabi nga ni Attorney Tony, na ipinapakita dito kung paano tinuturuan sa loob ng paaralan yung mga 12 grade 12 ng teacher nila sa computer, habang may isang teacher sa likuran at merong whiteboard, malaking screen sa harapan na makikita naman ang online classes ng mga nasa bahay. Yung nasa bahay nakikinig sa lecture noong teacher na nag-in person, at ang gumagabay naman doon sa online class ay isang teacher na nasa likuran. So, pwedeng mangyari ang dalawang modality, in person at ang online, coexisting at the same time. So, hinihikayat ko ang mga iba pang mga schools na nag-face-to-face to explore other models of learning ngayong in-person. Ang ginamit ng Pio del Pilar ay alternately in-person at online, yung 1 week na in-person, 1 week na online. Samantala sa kasi big school itong Pio. Samantala sa Villamor Senior High School, ang ginamit nilang schedule ay 2 araw na in-person, 3 araw na online. Tapos sa susunod na linggo, ngayong linggo yon, 3 araw naman ang in-person, 2 araw ang online. So, iba-iba ang modelo, iba-iba ang schedule na kanilang ginamit. Ganon din ang ating ibang mga paaralan like Quezon, Plaridel, Bonifacio at iba pang nagsimula noong nakaraang linggo. Ang ating Aurora Quezon ay nag-resume ng kanyang face-to-face dahil siya yung nag-pilot nung nakaraang 2021 December. Ngayon, pinagpatuloy nito noong February 9 din. Samantala yung isang nag-pilot natin, yung Avancenia, ngayon naman siya magre-resume. Kasabay ng iba pang mga school na kasali sa expansion. So lahat ng mga kasali sa expansion na magsisimula ngayon, good luck sa inyong lahat. And may God bless you, kayong lahat. 22 na ngayon silang lahat na magsisimula sa kanilang klase. With exception pala, hindi pa buong 22. Meron pa rin mga mangilan-ngilan na hindi pa magsisimula ngayong Lunes. Progressive yung pagsisimula ng expansion. So may magsisimula naman next week. So iba-iba ang kanilang start of the in-person or the limited face-to-face classes. So sa inyong lahat na magsisimula ng limited face-to-face ngayong linggo at sa susunod pa, pagbutihin ninyo, mag-iingat kayo, pag-iingatan niyo ang ating mga learners natin at ang ating mga guro syempre. And take care of yourselves sa ating mga school heads. Alagaan ninyo ang inyong mga sarili. Kasi importanteng safe tayo kahit na tayo'y we are very courageous to implement the limited face-to-face for the other schools to model later on in the next school year. And so lastly, I wanted again to reiterate Valentine's greetings to all of you. Ini-emphasize ko yung pagmamahal na given yan sa pamilya. Huwag niyong kalimutan na batiin ang mahal ninyo sa buhay sa pamilya una't unan sa lahat. Siyempre sa bahay muna, and then sa ating pamilya, sa ating trabaho, sa ating workplace. Alam ko, napakadaling sabihin Happy Valentine's Day, but I also wanted to emphasize that don't let this be a lip service. It must be coming from the heart. And I also wanted to thank DOPA through the leadership of our President, Mr. Joel Junicio. May inihanda siya sa atin para sa ngayong araw para maging masaya ang ating selebrasyon ng Valentine's Day. Maraming salamat kay Sir Joel at sa mga opisyal ng DOPA para maging espesyal talaga sa ating lahat ang selebrasyon ngayon. Gusto ko rin ipaalaala sa ating mga hepe, sa chiefs, sa mga unit heads na ang pagmamahal din ay para din sa ating mga empleyado sa loob ng opisina. Hindi lamang ngayong araw, hindi lamang ngayong buwan, kundi sa buong taon na tayo nagsasama. At ang pagmamahal na ito ay hindi lamang din pinapakita kung paano nakikitungo. Of course, that is the first measure of our love to our colleagues, kung paano tayo nakikitungo sa kanila. Ang malaking measure din sa pagmamahal sa ating empleyado ay kung paano natin sila idinidil kung sila ay nagkakamali. How do we treat them when we discover that they made a mistake? We do not condemn them, of course. We do not hate them, of course. We just do not give them chance, but we do something else. We give them an opportunity to realize the mistake and to rise from it and move on. So ipakita natin that we are forgiving bosses, na nagpapatawad tayo pero nagbibigay tayo ng pagkakataon na sila'y makabangon at sila'y makabawi naman sa atin. Yan siguro ang maganda ring pagmamahal na maibigay natin sa ating mga empleyado. Ganon din sa ating mga empleyado ang ating pagmamahal sa ating mga kapwa, sa colleagues natin, sa ating mga hepe. Hindi lang yan natitigil sa pag-greet ng Happy Valentine's Day o kaya sa pagngiti. At yan din ang isang napakahalagang measure ng pagmamahal, ang ngiti. Sa araw na to, siguro walang sisimangot sa araw na to. Mahalaga din sa ating mga empleyado na maipakita ang pagmamahal sa ating colleague at sa ating mga boss ay yung pagpapatawa din sa mga pagkakamali at pagkukulang na naramdaman nila. At hayaan natin ang ating mga hepe, ang ating mga boss ay magkaroon din ng pagkakataon na bumawi sa atin sa araw na to at sa mga susunod pang araw. So this is always a give and take, always the golden rule that applies. Love begets love. So with that, give a smile to everyone and open your heart today and forgive and give love to each other. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Our school division superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena M. Lee. Indeed, let's make this day, our week, a love-filled week. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Let's proceed with the singing of Awit ng Maynila, NCR Hymn, and DCS March.
Lungsod namin mahal, tampok ng silanganan, patungo sa kaunlaran at kaligayahan. Nasa Kanya ang pangarap, pag-unlad ang Maynila'y tanging perlas ng bayan ngayon bukas. nating lahat, tampok ng NCR. Pusod nitong ating bansa, dulot kaunlaran. Taas noong iwagayway ang bandilang NCR. Karunungan at katarungan sa bansa'y itanghal. Mga lungsod ng NCR, sa puso ko'y dangal. Ang adhikais sulong ka, ang tanging NCR. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan. Mga lungsod ng NCR, sa puso ko'y dangal. Ang adhikais sulong ka, ang tanging NCR. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan. NCR, NCR, dangal nitong bayan.
Again, we thank you everyone for joining us for this virtual flag ceremony. May we all have a love-filled week and a happy Valentine's Day. This is Aya Santiago from Asset Management Services. Good morning and thank you.